Hello, and welcome to another episode of Just Wing It with KSP RP-2. Okay, so last time we built the rocket that will be able to get us the 4,500 kilometer downrange milestone, but that's still a bit uh, ways off in the program. We don't want to finish it just yet, and we do need a rocket that can carry some rocket payload for the contracts in between. So this is the modification that can do that. I just, instead of having the two extra stages here, this is the second stage of that rocket, but then it has a service module tank above it. I do have two avionics units. This one is to control the rocket, and once it stages, this one is just a science core. And I do have a nose cone tank with some lead ballast here because it was quite a pain to get the upper stage to be aerodynamically stable because we don't have gimbaling on this stage. So I think I've already purchased uh, the second stage engine, but we still need to tool tanks and also purchase this engine. So we're going to lose some money here. Let's purchase that. Tool tank. Okay, that's not so bad. Unfortunately, it's going to take a while to research. The rocket that I built in the previous episode has aluminum stringer tanks, which we haven't unlocked, and it's going to take some time to unlock those. 800 days, I think. So we're going to have to tool this one with just plain aluminum, and then tool the next one. But it should be the same size, so at least the second tooling shouldn't be too expensive. Okay, purchase tooling here. Tool tank. This is also aluminum, but highly pressurized. This one is tooled, perfect. This one has to be tooled, and here's going to be the 7,000. That's expensive. And this one's okay. That's. But yes, we're pretty down on funds once again. Okay. Anyways, um, but then that should be good. Let's build this. Yes, okay. So that's not a problem. And how long is this going to take? Yeah, we need to add engineers in this launch complex, so let's take care of that. Okay, so we do not have anything happening here, so we can just get rid of all of the engineers. I don't want to dismantle the complex just because of it will be useful for the next program. But yeah, let's just have it idle, and yeah, we'll still be paying some maintenance over it, but can't do much about that. So 122 maximum. Whew, we're not doing too well. And then, so this leaves it at 403 days. That's not ideal. We are about to finish the Dragonfly, so we can probably free up some engineers after that. Now, how many? 52. So we will, yes, wind total. We can put 120, but I think we will still need some engineers to roll back the airplane and such. Um, do I hire a few? It's already quite. How much does hiring one sets us back? Okay, let's hire five. Okay, not ideal, but as we get more money, we'll hire some more, and also more reputation. The other thing I want to see is reshuffle the science priorities. We're early tracking systems. What does this give you us? Okay, we don't need this into the next program. And okay, we don't need this yet. So we can shuffle this a bit, even though it's going to take quite a while to get this. But wait, was that early tracking systems or early science? Yes, early. Yeah, confusing because we have science, but also we have the upgrade for the science core. This is early science. Okay. Um, so the next mission is going to be the jet engine mission with the dragonfly. So I'm going to practice flying that thing again, practice landing it, uh, and then I'll come back with the actual mission. Okay, so here we are in the cockpit. So the mission profile plan is to take off, climb to 10,000 meters, then go for the get to 370 meters per second around there, and then just lock the throttle into a position that allows us to maintain a constant speed, also with keeping in mind our rate of climb and or descent. What do you mean and or? Um, then after we're done with that, we'll turn around, go full throttle, and try to get past 450 meters per second to get some of the supersonic science contract, which we are carrying on the, not the contract, just the experiment. We are carrying it on the plane. Uh, Unfortunately, we won't have enough fuel to do more than a couple of minutes, which won't give us too much science. But it's good to start chipping away at it. Okay, so let's go. Brakes are released. Stage. I'm going to do the takeoff from the cockpit. I can't promise I'll do the landing from the cockpit. Oof, flaps. 2 levels of flaps for takeoff. And let's start pulling up. Not too much. Excellent. Gear up. And let's actually try to not use the afterburner there uh, to conserve fuel until we get to up to altitude. Let's already pull up the flaps. Okay, so we're almost at 10,000 meters. There we are. Time to nose down and hit it. Full throttle. We want a slight rate of climb instead of a slight rate of descent. And we're at 350. Let's throttle down a little bit. We still want to increase our speed, but not by a lot. Okay, let's now try to find a balance. Still going up. That looks good. Okay, let's pull back a little bit more because I nosed down a little bit there. That should be good. 76% throttle. What is 30% afterburner throttle? So yeah, we're still going through a lot of fuel. Okay, we're halfway through the contract. I accidentally pushed the throttle a little bit. There, slight increase is good. We will turn around before going for 450 meters per second. So otherwise we won't have enough fuel to go back and land. So it doesn't matter like at what speed we end up after we fulfill the contract requirements, as we'll lose a lot of it in the turn anyways. There we go. We now only need to land and not kill ourselves. That's not... Okay, so let's just turn this bird around. So we're at 12,000 meters. I probably want to climb a little bit until we get to 15. Even though that means it will take longer for us to get to the desired speed. Actually, no, let's try to get up to speed first and then climb up a little bit. Okay, full throttle. We'll have a little bit of a climb, but I still want to be picking up speed quite fast. No, I said climb. Don't lose altitude. There. So we have 8 minutes of flight time left. I think I want to head back to the runway with 2, because obviously those 2 are maximum throttle. But that will depend on how far away we are from the space center. Okay, we're at 450. Let's throttle down a little bit, try to conserve fuel. We still need quite a bit of throttle to maintain the speed, so let's just keep it at this. Are we doing 5 minutes? So when we're at 21 minutes remaining, I'll throw back. And we're 0.7 science. I don't think we're going to get a lot, but let's see. It is a 26, no, 24-minute experiment, was it? Or 26? Okay, we have less than 2 minutes of fuel, so I think I might have gone overboard there, but we got to 21 minutes left on this science experiment. There hasn't been any change here, so I think we have to land for it to count, or even recover. But let's start going it down, and we're going to turn this bird around at 9,000 meters. Let's do 8,000. In my test, I turned around at 10 and I didn't have to light up the engines again. And yeah, I came in way too hot. So we still have some fuel, so we should be able to go a little bit further and still be okay. Just a 9. Okay, here we go. There's the runway, so let's aim in this direction until we are aligned, and let's increase the flap a little bit because we're gaining speed at this angle, but we're also like our prograde vector is too far away from our where our nose is pointing. There, that should be good. We're slowing it down, and we're not going losing altitude that fast. Let's set up the landing view. Get rid of this. Yeah, there was no change here, so either I need to recover the vessel to have that count, or it's not really going to give us a lot of science because we did do less than 10% of the time required, so maybe it just wasn't enough to register. Sometimes that happens with Kerbalism. Okay, let's start to point a little bit more towards the runway now. Okay, I'm not comfortable with the rate at which we're losing. Okay, yes, that's a good amount of flaps. So I'm going to just, no, let's increase the flaps again. And then when we're at 130 meters per second, and we'll start throttling up. We're still not properly aligned. Well, at 140 because it takes time to kick in. There we are. Let's go the last level of flaps. I think that's fully down, yes. And landing gear. Brakes are set. We're going overboard here. Okay, this looks good. Was a bit too rough with the rudder there. Let's get rid of this now. Okay, that was a bit fast, over 100 meters per second, but we're fine, we're fine. Excellent. Contract complete, 21 reputation, plus 8 from landing on the runway. Okay, so she's now going to go on vacation, and we extended a little bit her retirement. Oh, our Kerbals are about to retire. Ah, no, no, no. This is. I thought this was the retirement date, but no, this is until when she'll be available again. and she won't retire until 1957. Good. And we did get 1.2 uh, science points. Almost, well, yeah, let's not say almost. We're getting there. Um, okay, so, well, let's first check what's the next contract in this. So this one is between 400 and 450 meters per second, which we can do. So, yeah, round two with this, but um, let's see, 236 days. So we'll recover, refuel. It's definitely going to be faster. So I think I'm just going to fly that contract off camera, and then hopefully I want to get enough money to add some more engineers and speed up this process. But we're still very low on funds, so I can't do that right now. So I'll be back for this mission, and I'll update you of any changes that I did. Okay, we're all set here. So let's get the contract out. It's this one. Oh, just a second. Let me check something. Okay. Suddenly had a doubt on whether I remembered to start the recording or not. Um, yeah, so night launch here. Okay, so the my headset stopped working there for a moment and I couldn't record, but we're back and just in time for Miko. Aha, yes. Yeah, with all that I was... so this is the first launch with a new rocket, and I think it's our first launch with a two-stage rocket, right? But um, the engine config for the like first stage engine was new. These are new engines, so we don't have any data on the reliability of these, or well, we do have data on the reliability, but it's at the lowest reliability because we don't have any flight data. Um, Let me show you for those that are unfamiliar with the test flight. So you can have up to 10,000 data units on each engine. Failures give you a lot of data units, but of course, yeah, it failed. Um, and so yeah, this is increasing and it improves the reliability of the engine for the next time you build it. Um, because we had six engines, no, five engines in the upper stage, five very new engines. The chances of having a failure were quite high, but it's also like severely over-engineered for the current mission. So we should still be able to reach the target downrange distance. Oof. So maybe, yeah. Also, the tumbling doesn't help. Uh, we are barely making it into space. Well, we will have this requirement, but I don't know if we're making 840 kilometers. I might have been a bit too optimistic there. Anyway, as far as the airplane mission went, it went fine. It was a bit dicey because it was very cloudy and clouds at 3,000 meters. So finding the space center was a bit hard. And I also didn't manage to get a lot of science. Well, here I think the thermometer is running, or no, maybe not. Uh, Damn it. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't put the science experiment in the avionics course, so I had to stick an actual thermometer on the side and clicking on it, yeah. Let's not try. Um, but because this time we had to spend 3 minutes above 400 meters per second, getting to that took a lot of fuel and also like maintaining that speed. And I couldn't go past 450, so I couldn't do the supersonic science in the meantime. Um, and then because of the extra speed, we ended up way further than the previous mission from the space center, and I had to go back. So I had to conserve fuel on the way back, and I couldn't really get more than I think 1 minute or maybe in 30 seconds of a supersonic flight before I'm like, okay, we need to conserve fuel. But we made it back to the runway without a problem, and really, mm, yeah, very similar to the previous mission. So there was no point in showing two very similar missions in the same day. This one is again a mission we've seen many times, but it was a new rocket, and as we can see, prone to failures. So, uh, yeah, it was better to show this one. Um, I didn't check what was our distance at the midpoint, but we're already in the atmosphere, so we will be slowing down quite a bit. We might still, eh, yeah, let's see. Okay, only 100 kilometers to go. Maybe we can do it. And it looks like we will. Yeah, yeah, we did pick a lot of horizontal speed, even though we didn't get very high up. Excellent. Um, so I think we're still getting science, so I'll wait for this to go under 40 kilometers in altitude and then destroy it. And I'll see you back at the Space Center. Actually, no, I think this is, let's just end the episode with a good kaboom. Uh, because, yeah, I think this has been going on for long enough. So, range safety. Yeah, so we got some decent data units on the engines. Two failures, but they did not cost us the mission. So couldn't have asked for a better result, I think. Uh, so next time, yeah, I need to check what will be the uh, missions for next time. I'm not sure what comes next. I need to check the available contracts. I've been thinking of just going with for the 3,000 kilometer contract, but I'm not yet sure. I'll explain my train of thought in the next episode. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.